Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today we're talking about 4 investments that can make you a millionaire in 2022. That's 4 investments that can make you a dollar millionaire in the year 2022. Now, when I give these tutorials, sometimes some people think this is hyperbole. Maybe I'm doing this for a YouTube traffic. Now, so I'm going to give you some testimonies and you can verify them. When I started giving these lectures on teaching people how to make money, because I had a number of mentees before I started this YouTube channel, and they've been very loyal. But I decided to promote one of them in one of the episodes, and I promoted him. He lives in Wisconsin. After that episode, he got an investment of $100 million, $100 million, simply from this, from of $100 million. Also, I don't know if you remember, there was a time when one of my subscribers, one of you watching it, just surprised me, sent me a DM, told me like they are a designer for Hugo Boss, but they want to start their own label, and they wanted me to wear their clothes. And now I wore their clothes. I talked to you guys about it, and that same day he got a deal to clothe a U.S. talk show host for the entire season. And then we've got other people, especially with Bitcoin and NFTs. Although I think NFTs are a fraud, people who have made money. Testimonies, people who have made money. So this is not hyperbole. I'm doing this because I really, really believe in what I'm doing, and I want to seek a wealth transfer from the richest 1% to the 90% that are living on just barely getting by. A lot of them in Asia, in Africa, of where I've traveled around Africa, I've traveled around Asia, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Maldives, Thailand, Cambodia, you just name it, I've been there. So I know what you guys are going through, and that's why I'm moved with compassion to do these videos. Now, without further ado, what are the 4 investments that can make you a dollar millionaire in 2022? Now, by far the safest of all of them are US Treasury bonds. US Treasury bonds. Now, you can do the Treasury bonds for a year. You can do them for even, I believe they have 6 months. You can do them as far away as 10-year bonds. I think right now the interest rates are so good. I think it's probably one of the highest they've ever been. So it's between 1.71% to about 1.8%. And there are projections that before the end of the year, it's going to rise to 2%. Now, what are treasury bonds? Treasury bonds are just you and I, people, individuals, lending money to the United States government. Now, it could be to any government. So you can have Ghanaian treasury bonds, you can have Cambodian treasury bonds, you can have Bolivian treasury bonds. But to me, my opinion, my financial opinion, now remember this is an opinion, I think the US Treasury bonds are by far the safest. So I would recommend investing in US Treasury bonds. Now, here's the thing: you might be somewhere in Tanzania and say, okay, well, I'm a Tanzanian citizen, or I'm a Sri Lankan citizen, or I'm from Madagascar. How can I invest in this? Now, you got to understand this. There is no citizenship requirement for you to invest in US Treasury bonds. Absolutely no citizenship requirement. So anybody can invest in US Treasury bonds. So there's no citizenship requirement. So all you just have to do if you are non-citizen is that you're required by the Internal Revenue Service of the United States, that's the people who collect tax for the United States government, to file what they call a W-8 form. And I think you're meant to do that once every 3 years. Now, as long as you do that so that they can tax your profit, then you're good because you're making a profit in America. And so you can buy treasury bonds through just regular banks. You can buy them through Charles Schwab. You can buy them through Morgan Stanley. But what I recommend, and by far the best and the least expensive way to get treasury bonds, you can actually open a Treasury Direct account. Now that's a Treasury Direct account directly with the US Treasury. It's very, very easy. So all you just do is go to treasurydirect.gov. It's going to flash up on the screen. Don't worry. You go to treasurydirect.gov, and then on the upper right hand corner, you're going to see some options. You click on the option open an account, and then just open an account. Follow the steps. It's very easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I've been told not to say easy peasy Japanese. Yeah, I think some people say it's offensive, so it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then what happens is that, depending on which of them you choose, which of the tenure, you get coupon payments at regular intervals. You get coupon payments at regular intervals. Let me see if I have one of the coupon payments here. Okay, well, I don't. But you get coupon payments at regular intervals and then at the maturity of the bond. So if you take a 1 year bond, so the maturity is going to be after a year, then you get your money back. So they're going to be paying you your interest. They're going to be paying your interest. It's just like if you've ever had a credit card, you know how you pay interest every month. That's how the U.S. government is going to pay you interest. And so here's the thing: you are stabilizing your wealth in U.S. dollars, and then you are making a healthy between 1.71 to 2% interest per annum. So if you're in a country like maybe Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe, or any of these countries that have Venezuela, definitely Venezuela, and then Iran, although I don't think because of the US sanctions on Iran, well, anyway, let me leave that out. When you have a country that the currency is very, very volatile, and then the US Treasury bonds are a very good way to safeguard your interest, so to safeguard your money. Now, the second investment are the gold ETF. Now, gold ETFs are so very safe. And here's the thing, they give a higher yield than US Treasury bonds. I think you can get something anywhere between 8 to about 15% on gold ETF. Now, you can actually get into the gold ETF by just visiting a stockbroker. I did a video, and in that video, it's on this channel, I mentioned a number of stockbrokers. I think I gave about maybe, well, I mentioned a number of stockbrokers in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Tanzania that can help you with the gold ETF. And maybe you're watching me from Russia, maybe you're watching me from America, maybe you're watching me from Dubai, maybe you're watching me from Europe. Just go to a stockbroker. Gold ETF is just like it's just like a stock exchange for gold. But here's the thing: in a country, for instance, like Nigeria, Nigeria has one of the best gold ETF return of investment in the whole world. In the whole world, bar none. And I think it might have to do with the discovery of huge deposits of gold in Zamfara state of Nigeria, and it's really pushing up the gold ETF. But the challenge that we're having in Nigeria is that it is foreigners that are investing in the gold ETF. So a lot of money, there's a lot of capital flight from Nigeria to Europe because of foreigners who are making money. Let me see if I can get the percentage. Hold on. Something like 81% of those who are investing in the gold ETF in Nigeria are foreigners. Now think about that. Something like 81%. Now that's massive. It's massive. Anyway, so that's the second one. Now the third one is this: invest in US bank stocks. Invest in US bank stocks. Now, why should you invest in US bank stocks? Okay, now research this. Don't take my word for it. Research this. The US Federal Reserve banks, they call them the Feds. They've announced that they're going to be hiking rates. Now, it is projected that they will be hiking rates 3 times this year because of the inflation crisis in the United States, because of the supply chain crisis, because of the labor crisis. You know, there's a labor market crisis in America whereby they don't have enough labor force. Anyway, the thing is, they've announced that they're going to increase rates. How much and how often, we don't know, but it's projected that it's going to be 3 times. Now, when they increase rates, what happens is that banks will lend money, because the Federal Reserve Bank does not lend money to people. So you have the Fannie Mae, and then you've got the Fannie Mae, and then you got the Freddie Mac. So those are the mortgage institutions that help banks to lend money directly to Americans and to people who have legal permanent residence in America. So that means that it's going to be more expensive. It's going to be more expensive. Give me 1 second, please. It's going to be more expensive to lend money in America. It's going to be more expensive, and so banks are going to be making a lot more money. They're going to be making a lot more money. You know, it's one of the ways that America uses to control their capitalistic system. So banks are going to be making a lot more money. So now, before the Feds announce the increase, buy US bank stocks, because US bank stocks are going to be big this year. You know, if you go and check the patterns, and you can find patterns, you can check on the S&P 500, you can go, NASDAQ really mostly has just technology shares, so you can go on S&P, and then they've got research tools on their website. You can see what I'm talking about. There's a 96-year history. Banks are going to make a lot of money this year, so you want to be buying their stocks. Now, the fourth way is cryptocurrency. Now, I know you're reading and hearing a lot of things about cryptocurrency. Here's the thing: please be humble enough to learn. No, don't just say, "Oh, I know it all. I've seen on CNN, I've seen on Fox News, I've seen on MSNBC." Listen, a lot of those guys don't even know what they're talking about. Look, there's a crisis in China. There's a crisis in Russia because they're clamping down on crypto miners. In China, it's so terrible that they're arresting the miners. They're doing a lot of stuff, and then also technology stocks are down. Amazon is down 3%. The Nasdaq is down from November till now. It's down about 13%. So there are a lot of issues, and so crypto is very volatile now. However, if you're able to find an exchange like maybe Coinbase, Coinbase is good, or maybe peer-to-peer, or maybe even through a Bitcoin ATM, because they've got Bitcoin ATMs. Unfortunately, I don't know if they have Ethereum ATMs. You can actually buy and trade and sell cryptocurrency on the spot. They call it spot trading. So it's not, you don't have to just wait for a particular time and then you go on Binance and Binance will give you this is how much it is. No, that's not true. No, that's not true, because the prices changes every like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, sometimes even 1 minute. So you can buy, like yesterday I made a lot of money from Bitcoin, just buying and selling, buying and selling. You can buy Bitcoin and sell within a minute. So Bitcoin, with that volatility, there is a lot of opportunity. So you can make a lot of money from Bitcoin. Now, on the long run, I think that Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to bounce back. I can't say the same about other cryptocurrencies because I don't believe in them. So basically, these are the 4 best investments from my point of view, and that they can make you a dollar millionaire in the year 2022. Now, if you've watched this video and you have questions arising from this video, you can put them in the comment section. You can put them in the comment section, and I'll do my best to try to respond to them, and then also, I do not have a Gmail account. I do not have a WhatsApp forum. I do not have a Telegram channel. I don't have any of those. What I do have, I respond to comments here under my videos. Scammers have seen that my videos tend to go viral, and so they've created a massive number of fake YouTube profiles and they begin to poach people. Be careful about that. Now, this is Renos. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.